Welcome to the Creatively Performing Arts Podcast. This is the show for anyone ready to get back to the performing arts. You want to sing, you want to act, you want to dance, you want to be creative again? Come on over. I'm Estelle. I'm a singer, actor, performer, beginner voice coach, and I am here to help you get started. You will find beginner singing and performing tips and hear empowering, inspiring interviews with artists that will help you push past your fear and your doubts about performing so you can finally start performing with confidence and singing and dancing and living creatively. You have gifts that you need to grow, use, and share, and the world is waiting for you. I want to be there to help you do that. So let's begin.
Hi, welcome back to the show. Today's episode, we're getting into voice training. We're getting into warm-ups, thinking very tactically, very practically about how we can create our own vocal warm-ups. If you are getting back to singing, or you are a singer, you're an actor, you're trying to start acting and performing again, you're going to at some point probably find yourself doing a vocal warm-up, starting to sing. And this is a key. I just want to give you a key that I believe will truly be helpful in creating your own warm-up that you can take and apply, and hopefully it'll be super helpful to you. Now, I want to be completely honest. It's been so crazy, honestly. I have to say, I'm so sorry. I did not do I've not been having my regularly scheduled episodes this last week and the week before. And this is the first time that I've ever done this. And honestly, and I'll probably talk about this in another episode. Like, yes, the feeling of not being, you have moments where you're like, I don't know if I'm reaching anyone. Like, is this even working? I think I had my moments of doubt, and also things just got busy. Beginning of summer, work was crazy, has been crazy. I was traveling a lot, and I wasn't able to prioritize the podcast as much as I needed to, as much as I usually do, honestly. But I want you to know that I'm back. I'm super dedicated to this podcast and to this community that we're building that I know is here. I just felt myself getting frustrated. I can't lie, in all honesty, and I had to really have a moment with God and, remind myself that, God, He gave me this desire to empower and inspire people to use their gifts and to sing and to perform and to do what they love to do creatively. And I'm really dedicated to that mission. I'm committed to it. And even though I have had my moments where I don't know if people are enjoying the show, I don't know if anyone's listening sometimes or really applying what they're hearing, or if it's really helping anyone. I do know that God has a plan and purpose for it, and I know that this podcast is helpful to anyone wanting to start singing, performing, acting again, being creative, living creatively. I know this is helpful. I hope it is to you. Please tell me if it is, because I would love to hear that feedback. But honestly, I know moving forward, I really want to give very practical and tactical advice and tips. And that's why we're starting today with this very tactical key that anyone can use to really, really create and craft a vocal warm-up that is actually helpful for you. And so let's get into that.
So what is something that's really key to creating your own vocal warm-up? That number one thing is structure, I would say. So first of all, why do we warm up, etc.? I could do a whole separate episode on this, I guess, but warming up is so good for when you're just starting to sing. If you were an athlete, if you were about to work out, you would also warm up to prepare your body to do what you're going to do, like the physical exercise. Same idea. You want to prepare yourself to give yourself the best foundation for the singing that you're going to do. And that means preparing your vocal cords, increasing blood flow to them. That helps with their flexibility so that you can reach those notes that you want to reach, and also helps, warm-ups also help you kind of get into the proper mindset, posture, getting used to using the muscles that you need to use for singing, for proper singing, right? So if you warm up well, you get that proper technique kind of in your body again, then you'll be able to sing after the warm up with that same proper technique that you've already practiced as well. So just a lot of great things about warming up. I'll probably do a separate episode about that, but let's get into the structure topic that I want to get into, which is structuring a warm up, right? Having a good structure, having a good framework for how you're going to warm up is going to help you so that you know what you're doing when you go to sing, right? When you're going to practice or even do a performance, knowing what you're going to do, right? So I'm just giving you a basic structure. This was based on this book that the certificate program that I'm in at Berkeley Online. They have this book that we were required to read for one of the classes called The Contemporary Singer Elements of Vocal Technique by Ann Peckham. I'll put it in the show notes. But it's really helpful and has this whole breakdown of like a vocal structure for like vocal practice. And I really thought it was great, very helpful. And I just wanted to share that and like incorporate like my own experience with warming up. So the idea is, starting with your basic warm up, and then from there going. This is like the general structure of a practice routine when you're practicing singing, right? So you start with the basic warm up. From there, you go into doing vocal exercises that are supposed to hopefully be applicable to what you're gonna work on in your singing, right? And then from there, you go into song study, and then lastly, you'll do a cool down, right? This is like you're really being very good about your practice routine when you're practicing singing. Then you should do these things, okay? And if you do this every time, amazing. I don't do this every time, not gonna lie, but I do try to. And it definitely sets me up for success when I'm practicing in this way. So I'm just gonna break it down into the 3 structures for your warm up, for when you're warming up to sing a song, whether you're practicing the song or whether you are performing a song. Like 3 basic steps. Okay, the first step is, I would say, the physical warm up, right? Physical stretches. The second step, and I'll go in depth into these in a second, but the second step would be the vocalizations, right? That's when you're doing the lip trills and you're doing the different scales and whatnot. And then the third part of the 3-step structure for a warm up before you start singing would be the vocal technique exercises. So that's when you're getting really, it's not just like a basic warm up like lip trills or scales, but you're really getting into like, okay, a technique focused exercise that's helping you improve in some area of technique. Okay, so we'll get into that. So let's break these down a little bit more so that you can go ahead and get started crafting your own warm up that is really helpful to you when you're about to start singing. Okay, so let's start with physical stretches. I love a nice physical stretch because I love to dance. So this is just a great way for me to like get into my body, really help me feel more free, more relaxed, less tense, which is so helpful when you're going to sing. You don't want tension in your neck and your shoulders, especially because then you'll end up using muscles, like extra muscles that you don't need to use to help you sing, and that it just will not give you a good sound or feel good, frankly, right? So physical exercises are great. I usually like to start with a nice neck roll. I'm literally doing it right now as I speak because I'm thinking about how much I love like a nice neck roll. You have to make sure you're really gentle. Of course, if you have any physical everyone has different physical, experiences and whatnot. So do what is best for your body. If you need to talk to someone, a professional, please do. Okay, I'm not giving you any unsolicited advice. I'm just saying that stretching your body in a way that is comfortable, specifically your neck, jaw, and shoulders. That's going to be really helpful to release tension. You want to the goal is to release tension, right? You can do like a nice like full body stretch, like reaching all the way up and then reaching all the way down to your toes or to your knees or whatever is comfortable to really get your body to really start that stretch for you, stretch your back and whatnot. But you really want to focus on releasing tension in your neck by doing some nice gentle neck rolls right to the side. You can just do one to the side and one to the other side. You don't have to go all the way to the back, so you don't make sure you don't hurt yourself or get whiplash or anything. And then you also want to do like a shoulder roll, like lift your shoulders, gently press them back and back down. Lift your shoulders, gently press them back, and then drop them back down, and reverse that. Push your shoulders back gently, lift them up, and then pull them around, and do that again. And just nice rolls to relax your shoulders, get them free some tension there. Even you can even massage them, do just physically take your hands and start massaging your shoulder area and your neck area as well as your jaw area. I just like to drop my jaw and like massage right where in the joint where my jaw connects to. That would be your. I should know this. I took anatomy. What is, I can masseter muscles. I don't know. Anyway, I'm literally feeling it, like the side of your face, right? So you want to think about really relaxing your jaw, dropping your jaw, and massaging in that area. That'll be really, really nice for you. And so that's a physical stretch, right? Focusing again, neck, jaw, and shoulders. Also, you could think about even doing like a tongue stretch as well. You can, open your mouth and, stick out your tongue and stretch it around. You can stick your tongue into your right cheek and press your hand against your cheek at the same time to kind of stretch the opposite side of your tongue, and then do it to the other side. Anyway, if you guys want me to do like a visual of this, I could do a visual of this and put it on my website or on YouTube or on TikTok. Just let me know. But anyway, physical stretch, just do what feels comfortable, but make sure that you are nice and relaxed, especially in your upper body. All right, so moving on from there, you want to make sure you structure. The next part of the structure is a basic warm-up vocalization, right? So you're just vocalizing. You're starting probably with more relaxed, with warm-ups that are really nice and relaxing for your vocal cords, that don't put a bunch of pressure there, like a nice gentle hum or a lip trill. You could do slides up and down the scale. Those are great to start with, and then from there you can go to even you could do sirens, where you just kind of like go up and down like an octave, ooh, that kind of thing, right? And I have an episode coming out for you guys where I'm actually going to go through a basic warm-up that anyone can do, and you can just plug and play, like play the episode and warm up with me, and I will just be doing a warm-up and you'll just warm up with me. So we'll kind of do that in that warm-up as well. But yeah, I love to structure it when I'm doing my basic vocalizations. I love to do lip trills, hums, and I'll just do these like up and down a scale. You can do it up and down 3 notes, and then you can do up and down 5 notes. You can do up and down 8 notes, and then you can just start again, right? And just go up a whole step or a half step. If you need any help with that, again, ask me, or just look out for the warm up and that I'm gonna post later, and you'll be able to sing along with that. But just basically going up to the next key. All right, so that would be the vocalizations. Again, just super basic warm ups. You're not focused on emphasizing consonants or working on your mix or anything. You're just making sure you're getting some blood flow to your vocal cords and getting your lips and your tongue loose, with lip trills. You can do tongue trills as well. And just starting to explore your range for that day. Like, how's your range feeling, as you do the sirens and the hums, kind of helping you gently expand your range even and get your vocal cords used to singing higher notes as well as lower notes. Okay, and then the last part of the structure would be your vocal technique exercises, and that's when you're getting into some of the fun ones where you're focusing on maybe doing staccato exercises where you're emphasizing different consonants and you're really working on making sure that you are enunciating, right? Or you can do an exercise where you're working on your mix. So maybe one of my favorites is one that my voice teacher and I do a lot, which is hunger, and that NG sound really helps me get into my mix and helps me really blend my chest voice and my head voice, which is your mixed voice, because that NG sound helps you feel that the resonance is a little bit more forward when you're saying that. So then when you open up the you already, since you felt that resonance in the front of your mouth already, when you actually open up and sing the note, you're able to maintain that resonance, and that helps you kind of blend, especially when you're going up the scale and you get to the notes where you would be mixing. You're able to maintain that resonance when you are in that bridge between your chest voice and your head voice. You're not like leaning too far back in your voice or in your mouth and losing the resonance and losing the sound, but you're able to keep it more forward so that the sound is actually resonating, which will make your mix sound stronger. I hope that explains it. I really, really love talking about mix, but it's also very like personal. Like everyone experiences singing differently, and so to explain it, it really is something that I'm still working on and perfecting as a coach. But I hope that helps you. That's just like a little tip there with talking about resonance, but and talking about mixing. But they are very related because the resonance, the vibrations of your voice, right? When you are able to feel it and feels forward and it's not forced, but it's truly there in the front of your mouth. You can feel it in your face, right? That is going to make your mix sound beautiful because you can actually hear your voice and you're not like pushing, you're not forcing any sound out. That's why I love that exercise. And that's just, I mean, that I got way off track there, but that's why vocal technique exercises are so helpful, because then you can actually focus on particular aspects of your voice and perfecting those aspects. And so vocal technique exercises, that would be the third part of your warm up. And then from there, go into your song, start working on your song. The actual warm up itself doesn't need to take more than 20 minutes. If you just start with a physical stretch, a few minutes of physical stretching, a few minutes of warm ups, and then maybe take a little bit more time with the vocal exercises, depending on what kind of song you're singing, how much you want to work on a particular part of your voice. And then from there, just go into singing and performing or doing the performance or the audition or whatever. So I hope this helps you. I really want to just emphasize having a nice structure is going to help you when you are warming up, and really thinking about making sure you have, first of all, the physical stretches, and then second of all, doing just the basic warm-up vocalizations. You're not super worried about a particular aspect of your voice. You're just getting your voice ready to sing. And then thirdly, doing some technique exercises so that you can actually like focus on, I want to work on this particular technique for my singing to really be great. You can even find a warm up that has to do with breathing, right? And do that breathing exercise during your technique exercise as well. So I hope that helps. I hope that wasn't too overwhelming. I really want to break down singing as helpfully as possible so that you can start, right? The whole point of this show is to help you to get started. And I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. I want you to feel like you can start. And so just think about having a structure for your warm up and go from there. Happy singing. I hope this helps. If you need any extra support, I love doing this one-on-one. Again, you heard me trying to like explaining mixing and resonance and everything. And I really try to break it down one-on-one in a way that is understandable. You'll be able to ask me questions. I can actually answer you in a way that is like geared towards you. And one thing that I love about my lessons is that at the end of your very first lesson with me, you will absolutely get a basic practice routine, the structure laid out for you, the physical stretches, first of all, second of all, the basic warm-up vocalizations, and third of all, the actual technique, as well as any notes that I had for the song that we worked on. That will all be laid out for you and written out for you and sent to you after your lesson with me. And that's a promise that I give to all my students. And so like if you're ever confused about any of this, just come take a lesson with me. You will, first of all, you get to sing and have so much fun singing and feeling creative, but also you'll get your own routine, and I'll be able to help you really structure your warm up and your practice so that you know what to do when you go to practice a song and you're not feeling any way confused or unsure. And I don't want you to feel confused or unsure. I want you to feel like you're ready to go and you're ready to sing and use your gifts and feel creative every day. And so I hope that this episode helps. I hope you'll come to try a lesson with me. Go to creativelybyestelle.com. Come on over and let's do a lesson. The link is in the show notes below. I'll make sure that I put that there so you can sign up and try a lesson with me. I would, if you want to do just a 15-minute tryout, talk to me a little bit, kind of get a feel for me one-on-one, you can do a 15-minute free session. I offer those. now. That's actually new, but yeah, I'm starting to offer that now. So if you just want to like do a quick Zoom session with me, you're not really sure, but you want to try it out, maybe sing a little, maybe talk a little, ask some questions, come on for a 15-minute quick call with me. Again, that'll all be in the chat, in the show notes below, and I would love to talk to you and sing with you. Anyway, I hope this episode helped you. I hope that you actually take it, like truly, truly, truly. Don't just listen to this and then move on. Take what you heard, apply it, okay? Start structuring your warm up and tell me how it goes. I'm so serious. Start structuring your warm up. Make sure that you do a warm up this week. Yes, yes, girl. Yes, friend. I'm telling you, do it this week. And make sure that you tell me how it goes, okay? Come to the Creatively community, the performing arts community. It's in the show notes below, and you can ask me any questions, give me any feedback about how it went for you. That's the best way to communicate with me, because I'm in there a lot now. And yeah, I'd love to hear from you. Anyway, I hope you have an amazing day. Again, I hope this really, really helped you and that you genuinely start singing. Do not let this go to waste. Do not sit on this. Take it, put it into action, and start today. Okay? Thank you for being here. Have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode and to this show. I'm in awe of you for being here and showing up for your creative gifts. That takes courage. Don't forget to join the performing arts community on Facebook to find support and inspiration. If this episode helped you or inspired you in any way, please leave a review on Apple Podcasts. It means so much, and share it with someone who needs it, or on your Instagram stories and tag at Creatively Performing Arts. Don't forget to subscribe to this show wherever you listen. We have amazing interviews and episodes coming up. Thank you again, and don't forget to keep singing, acting, dancing, performing, and living creatively. Talk to you next time.